Hello and welcome to week 5 of the Platinum Division. I am Darren Mark Hameswin here with Brady Potter, aka B Pots, and we are going to cast tonight Gecko Slammer Armageddon versus Revenge of the Mosher.
Yes, thank you. It's always an honor to come on here, and I'm glad I can do it again this week for this Platinum match of the week.
Yes, but before we cast our Platinum match of the week, it is that midpoint of the season, and I feel like it's due time for us to... I'm sorry, I'm changing the names on the overlay. I totally forgot. Alright, it's due time for us to put in some power rankings because, we haven't had a podcast this split. Not really anybody is creating the buzz around power rankings, so I think it's up to us as casters to do that. So how about before the game, we'll go maybe from, let's say, D tier to B tier, and then we'll go A tier and S tier after the game. Does that sound good?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so let's just start at the bottom of the yeah, let's start at the bottom. So these are going to be our D tier teams. So where do you think some of these teams, or who do you think belongs at the D tier?
I mean, you look at the standings, and in the D tier, there's some pretty clear teams. There are 4 teams in total in the Get Wrecked, the Platinum Division. Between the two divisions, Oklahomies, Get Money Boys, S Team, and the White Knights are all sitting at 1 and 4 right now, all with 3 points. So I think that it's safe to say that, especially 5 weeks in, I think it's safe to say that their results have put them where they should be, down near the bottom, out the bottom of their respective divisions. And I think that if they want to make a charge for playoffs, now's the time to do so.
And it's going to be pretty difficult for any of these teams really to get into playoffs just because of the strength of the teams that are in their conference. For example, Gut Money Boys is going to play Pigs Might Fly tonight, who is only lost to Sensei Squad in their division, who is really a favorite to win the tournament. So if they lose one more match, I think they're out of playoffs contention, because the highest they could get at that point is, I think, 4 and 5, I want to say. Yeah. No, even, yeah. I think it would be like 3 and 5. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe they'd be 1 and 6, and so that would bring them to a best possible scenario of 3 and 6. And most of the playoff teams in Group B are already sitting at 3 wins.
Mm. So it'd be pretty difficult for them. Out of all the D tier teams, so S Team, White Knights, Oklahomies, and Get Money Boys, is there one that you rank above the rest, or do you think they're all about the same level?
I'd say they're all about the same level. I haven't focused my attention really on to the bottom tier teams, to be quite honest.
I mean, that's completely fair.
It's going to be a lot harder for the teams in Group A, however, if we want to do transition into the C tier teams, because between 4th and 7th, there's a big clump of teams in Group A, all sitting at 9 points right now.
Mm-hmm. For me, out of all the D tier teams, I definitely rate Oklahomies above all the other ones because even though they are at 3 points with the rest of the D tier teams, they've taken some games off of the top teams such as Pigs Might Fly. I think they go 2-1 a lot in the series, especially as we go to week 5. I think weeks 1 through 4, I think they've only been 2-0'd once, but I don't know if they've won a single game, just like a lot of these other D tier teams. But, won a single match, but they've won games within the series. I think they've gone 2-1 a lot of these times. So here's to hoping that in the future they can clutch out a win, maybe upset against some of these better teams. I think they play Sensei Squad this week, and then maybe Final Boss later. I think they've already played Clap and Patty Cake. But okay, let's go and move on to the C tier team. So C tier, who do you think rounds out this category?
Yeah, as I said, Group A, there's a bunch of teams sitting at 9 points right now. It's actually a really telling match tonight because both teams sitting at 9 points. So it's going to be Revenge of the Mosher against Return of the Middle Sticks, which we're about to see in a few minutes here. So it's definitely going to sway my opinion as to which one will be put over which after this game. Looking at Group B, though, I think Divine Ascension is a pretty solid C tier team.
Mm-hmm. I definitely agree. I think Vision Gang also belongs in that kind of C tier category. They have looked pretty good on stream though. They are very much like a chaos team fighting team who just loves to team fight all the time. Maybe their score isn't as good as it could be, but definitely that's just their skill level. Team fighting all the time. That's how they like to play the game, and it's costed them quite a few series. Just not team fighting correctly, not winning this all the way.
Yeah, it's also so hard to look good in Group B, just given the top four teams.
Yeah, because the top four teams are pretty good, and between Final Boss, Pigs Might Fly, and Clap and Patty Cake, it's kind of a toss up as to who will get the second and third seeds because I don't think any of these teams have played each other yet. Final Boss, Pigs Might Fly, and Clap and Patty Cake. It's all going to be in the later half of the season. I think Clap and Patty Cake and Pigs Might Fly have played Sensei Squad, and I think this upcoming week, Final Boss takes on Sensei Squad. So if Final Boss can take down Sensei Squad, then they kind of cement their place in the top three for sure, without a doubt, even top two. So hopefully they can if they are looking to aim and secure their playoff spot. But now more on these C tier teams. I honestly think Sam's Kids belongs there too. I played against Sam's Kids in the past week or so, I think 2 weeks, and I didn't rate them very highly. I think they're about on the same level as Vision Gang and Divine Ascension, especially looking at some of their early game macro is a lot lacking compared to some of these other teams.
Yeah, I agree, especially going into that Group B playoff race. Do you know how many teams go into playoffs from each group?
Yeah, so it's gonna be three teams from each group. So right now, if we just took the top of the standings, just looking at the Battlefy, it would be Cosmic Flow, Pootie Tang Gang, and Goliath Esports Lions from Group A. From Group B, it would be Sensei Squad, Final Boss, and Pigs Might Fly. So just those top three teams.
Yeah, so teams like Sam's Kids and Vision Gang, I know Vision Gang likes to team fight a lot, and they're going to have to do that if they're going to hope to try and steal some wins off of these top-loaded teams, because if it's only three teams from each group making playoffs, I don't want to say it's cemented for Group B, but it's getting pretty close.
Yeah, it's definitely cemented. It's not cemented, but maybe more for Group A, I want to say. Group A, I think it's Cosmic Flow and Pootie Tang Gang have pretty much all but secured their spots in the playoffs, but the third spot is pretty much up for grabs still. Goliath Esports Lions is definitely the favorite there, but before we talk about that, before we talk about our A tier and S tier teams, let's touch again on C tier. So C tier we have Return of the Middle Sticks, Revenge of the Mosher, Sam's Kids, Vision Gang, and Divine Ascension. Would you agree with all that?
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Okay, all right, and it's pretty. We have to talk about Return of the Millsticks. Like Return of the Millsticks, they're rated super highly. I think they're rated S tier by like a lot of analysts in the league, a lot of people in the league. They're like, oh, they're definitely gonna top Group A, and they've kind of floundered in this early part of the split. I believe they're 1-3 right now, going into Week 5.
Yeah, definitely. Return of the Middle Sticks was also a fan favorite as well as an analyst favorite going into the beginning of the season. So it's kind of surprising to see them at this sixth place right now. They need to start picking up some games as well if they're going to be hoping to make a run for playoffs.
It's very surprising because their roster has a lot of good players. It has Liposuction Lane, who has won even Diamond in the past, our Diamond division, and it has Dr. Wildly, who is really great jungler player. He plays with quantum physics all the time. He's actually amazing. And then Otso in the bot lane and Black Salt. I don't understand how these players who are really great individually aren't just coming together well as a team and able to really do well in this division, I suppose.
Yeah, you can't rag the analysts for saying that they would have finished first, because on paper this team looks like they're definitely one of the top teams in Group A. I don't know if it's a synergy issue or a communication issue, but they're going to have to get their act together.
For sure. All right, before we start our game of the week, which is Gecko Slammer Armageddon versus Revenge of the Mosher, let's talk about our B tier team. So who do you think belongs in the B tier?
Honestly, if I was to put it in perspective of the whole league, I'd say a lot of our B tier is going to come from Group A. Teams like Goliath Esports Lions, I think, are definitely a good pick for the B tier. Maybe if you're looking at B tier as well, I'd say Clap and Patty Cake as well.
Mhm.
Even though Clap and Patty Cake currently is quite up there in the standings, like Group B's very a lot of the best teams are coming out of Group B, so if you're not going to be at the top, like you could still be a really good team and still miss out on playoffs.
Absolutely. Yeah, for me, the Group B, or I'm sorry, the B tier is going to be, I would say, Gecko Slammer Armageddon and Kings of Baron, as well as Clap and Patty Cake. It's a smaller B tier list than, I'm sorry, like tier group than some of our other tiers, but I think that's basically it. Just the B tier is, because they're all very around the same skill level. Gecko Slammer Armageddon, Kings of Baron, and Clap and Patty Cake. We haven't seen much of Clap and Patty Cake so far. They haven't really played against some of the better teams in the division as well. They've kind of just played everybody below them. They haven't played yet Final Boss or Picks My Fly, and they got 2-0'd by Sensei Squad. So it'd be kind of wrong to put them any higher than B tier, in my opinion, because they haven't really showed that they belong any higher than that.
Yeah, I agree. Even though they're sitting at a pretty good spot in the standings right now, by week 9, I don't think it's going to be the same story. As you said, they still have to play a lot of the teams above them, and unless they can get wins off them, they're not going to be in the playoffs either.
Absolutely, and we have to talk about Gecko Slammer Armageddon, who, again, was rated somewhat highly, especially by Aikato. I mean, it is his home team, but, Aikato was like, oh, GSM's S tier, we're going to take the split. We're one of the best teams in Group A, and they're not really at the top of the standings. I think they're 1-2 right now. They had a bye week, week 2, so they've only played 3 matches instead of 4. So what do you think about Gecko Slammer Armageddon right now?
Yeah, they're definitely on the outside looking in when it comes to this playoff picture right now, but that doesn't mean they can't do it. As you said, people think they have a really strong roster, some even calling them S tier. I think they do have the potential to make it into one of those last playoff spots. The standings are good now because, as I said, they're in the 4-way clump with 9 points, so it's going to be easy to separate themselves from the pack. It's just going to be a bit of a challenge to cement themselves in the top 3.
Absolutely. And as we move into our game of the week today, we have to talk about some of these players, and we'll go ahead and get right into the game and introduce the teams with the star players of GSM. In the top lane, we have Jack Loves Lamb playing Kled this game. In the jungle, we have Aikato on Zac. In the mid lane, we have Fred on Orianna. In the bot lane of GSM, we have Worst Monk NA and Ari Panda on Misfortune and Leona.
Yes, and on the red side today, we have Revenge of the Mosher. Sorry, I always mix those up. In the top lane, it's going to be iClutch on the Urgot, Seismic on Sejuani in the jungle. Playing Sindra in the mid lane is Chris Can't Miss, and then Biscuit Titch Bit on Ezreal and Spoon Crush on Nami.
And these are some really great players in terms of GRLCS. Never like at the very top, except I would say Aikato is maybe rated a little bit higher than all of these other players. But all of these players are really GRLCS veterans, except Fred. And everybody here is kind of just a playoffs player. They've never gotten much higher other than, I guess, Chris Can't Miss in the Diamond Division. He's won in the past. He's more of a legacy player, but he's kind of fallen off in recent splits as well. Like last split when he played in the Diamond Division, he missed playoffs behind, I have no idea who, but he definitely missed playoffs. In the split before that as well, he also missed playoffs. So not doing so well. Now coming down to the Platinum Division, kind of struggling a bit when a lot of people expected him to do much better than he's doing right now.
Yeah, definitely. As you said, a lot of solid players coming into this game, so it's going to be interesting, especially because they're so close in the standings. Keeping calm, keeping composure, and if they win, they're able to propel themselves out of that 14 clump in the middle of the standings.
Yeah, Revenge of the Mosher is 2-2 right now. If they can pick off a win of, if they can pick up a win off of GSM, then it will be pretty good for them in terms of standings. They'll win the head-to-head against GSM, who is just right there with them in the standings. If they can separate them just a little bit, then they could potentially clinch that third spot for the playoffs that is currently held by Goliath Esports Lions.
Yes, definitely. We see just a bit of early trading going on in the bot lane here. Not much in terms of invades or any big skirmishes around the buffs, so just a standard start here.
Yep, and we can talk about some of the matchups. I forgot to switch Urgot and Sejuani. I was like, Urgot jungle, what? How did we miss this? But it's definitely Urgot top and Sejuani jungle. Sejuani actually getting a little bit of buffs this past patch, I want to say. Not this current patch, but this past patch. So, tank meta is back in full swing, as we can see, with both Zac and Sejuani rounding out these comps and being the big, meaty frontline that we've been hoping for since before Worlds, really.
Yeah, definitely. As well with a lot of, I want to say, more immobile AD carries taking control of the meta, things like the Misfortune. It's paramount that they have a bunch of beefy front lines to help peel, especially champions like Zac, who can bring a bunch of people together to set up for that Misfortune, set up for that Orianna ball. So the Aftershock jungler is definitely making a resurgence in the meta.
And we can see that Chris can't miss, and both Fred in this matchup took barrier, which is really interesting because, typically Syndra in this matchup has a lot more kill pressure than the Orianna. So Chris can't miss definitely could have opted for a more aggressive summoner spell rather than the barrier. There's not really a ton of targets on the side of GSM that are going to just absolutely delete him in these team fights. Maybe if the Kled gets on top of him, but he can definitely peel that away with his Scatter the Weak, and he has definitely a Spoon Crush and Seismic backing him up to be able to peel and play a more front to back kind of team fight if that were to happen.
Yeah, especially with the Electrocute. I'm surprised that Chris Can't Miss took barrier as well. He has a lot of pressure, a lot of kill pressure in the mid lane. Able to get priority pretty easy as well and push Orianna out of lane.
And we can see now that after his first back, a really nice bubble here. This is going to be a beautiful trade for the bot lane of Revenge of the Mosher onto GSM. And we have to talk about this GSM bot lane. A lot of their players for GSM are really stars in the top lane. We have Jack Loves Lamp, Ikato, some well-known names in the GRLCS, especially in the Diamond division. Now they're coming down the plat. Everybody really expected them to kind of be head and shoulders above the competition in terms of just their individual lanes, but they've really been lacking. But they're not awful by any means. They're definitely playoffs level players, but their bot lane of GSM, Ari Panda and Worstmonk, have really been underperforming the split in comparison to the rest of the team.
Yeah, I agree. The top side definitely the important area for GSM. I don't think that's to say, though, that their bot lane can't do anything. Both of the players are talented, so I think that if they wanted to win through the bot lane, they could, but definitely the top lane should be their main win condition.
Absolutely, and I believe Ari Panda, it's been a little bit since she's been to playoffs, I want to say. I think she missed last split. I'm not sure. I was playing in the Platinum division. I should know. I think she missed playoffs, and Worstmonk got to playoffs on the team of Reptar and the Wild Ruggies, but he was knocked out in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about the playoff picture last year, especially. I was more so focused on playing Kai'Sa top. So,
I mean, whatever works, like if you have fun playing Kai'Sa top and it's not absolutely terrible, I'm all for it, I love playing off-meta supports, playing, I've been spamming a lot of Pantheon, I've been a champion of Swain support in the past before it became really meta, stuff like that. I love revolutionizing the support role. And I definitely take some of that into my GRLCS games tonight against Get Money Boys. Expect some spicy picks in the bot lane for sure.
You heard it here first. If anyone from GFB is watching, get ready for the spicy picks. But in all seriousness, it looks like GSM has gotten themselves to about a 300 or 400 gold lead here just off the back of the junglers farming right now. He goes in for the gank, though.
Yep, forces the flash from Chris Can't Miss. He's on the run. Seismic is here, but Ikato doesn't know. This is going to be a 2v2, but the bot lane GSM's on the way. Flash forward from Fred is going to not get anything for now. Shockwave is not used yet, but Chris Can't Miss going to go down for first blood.
Yeah, that was a really good play there coming in from GSM there, just rotating up with the fight as well. Their bot lane gets there first, and they're able to capitalize on that and get the first blood and both summoners that are Chris Can't Miss.
It's really surprising that Revenge of the Mosher's bot lane didn't have priority. In this matchup, it's a Nami versus Ezreal, and right now I can tell you that Nami is playing way too passive in this matchup, kind of just letting the wave push in them. This is not where Nami excels. She's very much a poke support. Taking the Relic Shield isn't super great on her. That's more of a defensive thing, but there's no reason, again, to play defensively in this matchup too much, because you can thwart a lot of the Leona engage by just bubbling whoever she hits the Zenith Blade on.
Yeah, you can just tell how I don't want to say scared, but how much this lane has been playing, how much they've been backed off this lane, just because the amount of mana Ezreal has. It looks like he's been having to use a lot of his Qs to farm up the minions there, and even then with the Qs, they still don't have priority. So you can tell that I believe they feel quite pressured by the GSM bot lane.
Very much so, as Misfortune is a really strong early game ADC, especially paired with Ari Panda's Leona. It's one of her signature champions. She's very comfortable on it. You can see that Spoon Crush actually picked the Nami away from Ari Panda, another one of her signature champions. So an interesting draft for sure. Taking the Nami into Leona is decent if you plan to play the Nami a specific way. If you're gonna play so passive against the Leona, then you would rather pick the Leona over the Nami if you're gonna take one of Ari Panda's supports. But it seems like they opted for this matchup very specifically, but it's just not working out for them.
Interesting ult actually coming out there by iClutch as well. I don't know if he would think that would be able to get him into execute range, but he just ulted Jack Love's Lamp at about 40% health there, so that's going to be an important cooldown to look at when they're up there in the top lane fighting.
That definitely comes from just inexperience from on Urgot. You should know really those ult execute thresholds and just be able to kind of estimate, even just looking at the skill, seeing how much damage it does, reading the numbers and saying, hey, if I hit this ult right now, will it get him into execute range? But it doesn't seem like iClutch is super comfortable on the Urgot, even though I know in the past splits he's played a lot of Urgot.
Yeah, I believe, quote me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's like Pike ult with the visual indicator. Now they're going in though.
Yep, we can see that ults have been burned in the mid lane, but now Glacial Prison gonna land on Jack Love's Lamp. He can remount right here. Can he do it? No, he cannot. iClutch picks up his first kill of the game.
That was actually a really good ult there from Seismic, though, timing it perfectly with the Kled jump back from his shot there. Kled jumped right back into the ult and it set up the kill. Now the ult coming in.
Yep, now the Zenith Blade gonna land. Aikado gonna pick up the kill on the Chris Can't Miss. He didn't have flash from earlier as well. Pretty unfortunate, but a great roam from Ari Panda.
Yeah, Chris Can't Miss is not having a fun time in this mid lane. First it was the river fight, and then it was this 3-man dive onto him. He's still up in CS, though, just because of the natural lane pressure that Syndra does have. But Aikado getting some early gold, and he's going to be able to use it to impact the map.
Another visit from Aikado into the mid lane, but this time on to Seismic. He's looking to hold this way, but Fred might have stepped up too far. Aikado's there to support, though. Ocean Dragon is still up and available for either team to take. That means it won't be an Ocean Rift this game. It will be either Cloud, Infernal, or Mountain. Now, before seeing even the second dragon, what do you think the Rift is going to be? Mountain?
Cloud.
Cloud's your call. I want to say it's going to be Infernal, so definitely we'll see. But Ari Panda goes in with the Zenith Blade. The stun comes down. Oh my... What? Throws out the bullet time without much CC to lock them down in there. They were even on the edge of the bullet time, so he could just walk out without taking too much damage.
Yeah, the Leona ult, the Solar Flare, was still down from that dive there, so the bot lane of Biscuit, Titchbit, and Spoon Crush just being able to walk out of that one, no real pressure. It doesn't even push them out of lane. They're roaming up now, and Chris Can't Miss. He's going to die again.
Yeah, Chris Can't Miss just getting locked down. The CC chain will take his life ultimately, and they're paying so much attention on the Chris Can't Miss. They know that he's one of the main carries of Revenge of the Mosher, and it's pretty difficult for them to be able to get into this game without Chris Can't Miss, because I know without a doubt that he's the main shot caller of the team.
Yeah, it's going to be about a 1.6k gold lead now for GSM, and that's coming mainly from these plays on the mid lane. They've gotten that tower down to, I believe, 2 plates, and they've gotten 3 kills on the Chris Can't Miss. Still even in farm, though, so the lane could be worse. It's going to be the dragon, though.
Yeah, but Ocean Dragon going to be the pickup. Tragic. It's not going to be in the Infernal Rift, so Brady still has a chance to be right on what Rift it is. It's going to be Mountain or Cloud. Here's to hoping it's Cloud, because if I can't be right, I would at least want I would want my co-caster to be correct.
I was also hoping for an Infernal Rift too, but knowing Riot Games, we weren't going to get one.
Yeah, for sure. Now Spoon Crush waiting in the bush, sitting on a ward. You know, Seismic not super active this game, has picked up the Rift Herald though. We can see that he might drop it in the next minute or so before turret plating drops and secure about 2 platings total. None of the towers are really low enough for him to be able to secure a tower outright, but maybe if he can make a play onto the bot lane of GSM, he'll be able to do that. But it's not look like he's going to. Gonna go and path up towards the top side. Some really inefficient pathing here. As he walks all the way across the map. He probably has a back right now. Jackal's Lamp getting engaged on the ultimate. It's available for iClutch if he gets into that execute threshold.
Yeah, it was Seismic posturing towards that bot side of the map, but the lane's going to be pushing a little bit in the favor of GSM. Turret plating's falling soon. And I think with iClutch pushing Jack Loves Lamp out of lane, I think this is going to be the green light to put the Rift Herald up top.
Hopefully he does that. He's in the top side of the map right now. Has the Rift Scuttler. The timing for the Rift Herald is timing out really soon. It's 10 seconds. He has to drop it now if he hopes to get any of these turret plates, but he's not going to do it. Seismic opting to invade instead. No, he's walking. What is it? So he drops the Rift Herald, I want to say, after the turret plating has fallen, which is really inefficient because you don't get any of that turret plating. They see Jack Loves Lamp now in the top lane. Rift Herald going to get its charge off. They can probably secure this tower here. No, Jack Loves Lamp actually just takes the Rift Herald. Some really interesting Rift Herald usage by Revenge of the Mosher, but another engage on the Chris Can't Miss. They're targeting him so hard. They rotate the entire bot lane of GSM up as well to try to secure this mid lane tower. Will Revenge of the Mosher have enough wave clear to stop them? I don't think they can. The tidal wave comes out. Here comes the TP of Glacial Prison on the back side of the fight onto Worst Monk NA. He's going to have to flash away. iClutch in the back of the fight going onto the carries of GSM. Ikato in the back line. Chris Can't Miss channels the barrier. Here comes an Arcane Shift and not flash from Biscuit Titchmits. They take down one in the form of Seismic. Jack Loves Lamp getting taken down as well. iClutch all the way back there. What are you doing? This team is not there. It's a 1v4 and he could not win that one.
Yeah, 2-for-1 coming out from the side of GSM. A pretty well played fight. It looks like they were in a bit of trouble after Seismic and iClutch flanked from the backline, but they didn't end up killing Worst Monk NA, so he was able to stay alive in the back. They're going in again, though.
Yeah, Ikato misses the Elastic Slingshot and costs Ari Panda her life. Now, Cell Division has been triggered. Can they take down the Zac in time? The minion wave is there. They will not be able to. Fred gonna dodge away from the bubble of Spoon Crush as well. GSM loses one.
Yeah, the kill there onto Ari Panda evened it up. It was a 2-for-2, but now the gold lead's expanded to 2.5k for GSM here.
And GSM in this mid to late game is going to be really strong. You have all the power spikes coming in, you know, the Cinder Hulk as well as the Liandry's Torment coming in for Ikato pretty soon, sitting on the Haunting guys. Luden's Echo completed for Fred. Essence Reaver already done for Worst Monk as well, but iClutch going to get engaged on. Jack Loves Lamp could win this one, especially with the help of Ikato. Gonna miss the Q though. He's walking back. He's kiting this one out. He's going to try to turn this one. iClutch can go aggressive here. Jack Loves Lamp doesn't have the mount quite yet. He has the ultimate available. He's gonna hit it. There we go. Throws in the chains. Oh, but it's not enough. Ikato takes him down before the ultimate can finish its channel.
Ikato there jumping back in there and being the saving grace there for Jack Loves Lamp, making sure that iClutch goes down before the ult channel can go off. And what honestly looked really promising for iClutch with the ability to 1v2 there just got turned on its head. And the teamwork of GSM going and killing him for the second time this game.
Jack and Ikato really threading the needle right there. If Ikato was somehow not able to get that kill off before the fear and the channel went off, then Ikato surely dies there. He doesn't have the Cell Division, doesn't have the Aftershock. He just straight up dies because he's feared and walking away, and iClutch has enough damage to take him down. So really great game sense by Ikato to be able to go back in and get the kill right before the ultimate finishes.
Yeah, if that happens in solo queue, that's when you go in all chat and you type in calculated, even though it wasn't.
Even though it wasn't. iClutch moving back to the top lane. The Infernal Dragon going to be taken by GSM. It's going to be the Mountain Rift. Unfortunate for Brady this time, but maybe next time. The Mountains rise on the Rift, and that provides a lot of tank stats for both these teams who have, on Revenge of the Motion, they have the Urgot and the Sejuani, which would really benefit from these tank stats, as well as GSM having Leona, Zac, and Kled, who would benefit greatly from these tank stats.
Yeah, the way it's going, it looks like GSM's got a lot of objective control, and if they get the soul in the late game, it's definitely going to be that much harder for Revenge of the Mosher to even fight them. I mean, Ezreal doesn't have, besides Poke, Ezreal doesn't have that much damage, so I guess it's better that there's a Mountain Drake over an Ocean Drake, but even still, they're not going to be able to do much damage against these tanks.
iClutch walking forward. The Rift has been started by GSM, but it doesn't seem like they actually want to do the Rift. The rest of them are backing off as Revenge of the Mosher heads into the area. Now they're pushing in the mid lane. They have the rotate on them. Now it's a cannon wave. They might be able to get the tower, but the engage from GSM might happen. Here comes the Elastic Slingshot and the Kled ultimate. They're throwing them in. 2 members thrown here. A Shockwave gonna land. Tidal Wave not enough to disengage for now. iClutch gonna go down first. Next target is Biscuit Titchbit. Ari Panda goes low as well. It's a 1-for-0 so far in favor of GSM, but they might push for more.
Yeah, we were just getting a taste at the Wombo there. The Orianna ult bringing 2 members in to set up for the Misfortune ult there from Worst Monk. And even though it didn't immediately kill people, it's definitely going to be something that Revenge of the Mosher is going to have to watch for, and it looks like it's going to be the second Rift Herald of the game.
GSM uses that pick to convert into a Rift Herald very beautifully, very textbook really. They find the fight, they don't win the fight just so hard that they can just brute force down some of these towers, but they opt for the Rift Herald instead, which is really wise moving this earlier part of the mid game, where some of their power spikes are coming through. They're going to be able to use that Rift Herald siege to kind of force a fight from Revenge of the Mosher, especially around some of these towers that they're looking to break.
Yeah, they can use the Rift Herald to create pressure on opposite areas of the map. The Baron's coming up in 15 seconds, but I don't think we're going to see a 20-minute Baron. Even the Mountain Drake coming up in 2 minutes, they can use it to secure their 3rd dragon of the game if they want to put the Rift Herald top. So there's a lot of options for GSM in terms of what they want to use for this Rift Herald.
Absolutely, and we have to talk about this Mountain Drake. So GSM is taking the first 2 Drakes, right? So they get some small stats from the Ocean Drake and some small stats from the Infernal Drake. The real bonus, or I guess benefit of grabbing the early dragons is being able to force the Dragon Soul. However, the composition of Revenge of the Mosher is gonna fairly be able to scale. They have a lot of pick potential as well, so if they can get off some picks before these next few dragons, they'll actually be able to secure these dragons, and stacking these Mountain Dragons is gonna be a lot more beneficial. But Ari Panda might look for a pick here. Yeah, anyways, Mountain Dragons are stacking Mountain Dragons or stacking any dragons is a lot more beneficial because the stacks, the stats just stack. So you get 6% bonus percent armor and magic resist on all of your players per Mountain Dragon. So if you get 3 of those, even 4 of those potentially for Revenge of the Mosher, they could have 24 bonus percentage armor and MR, which would make Seismic really, really tanky and make him really hard to take down. But another pick on the Chris Can't Miss, has nowhere to go, but uses the Scatter Weak to get away from the bullet time. Well played.
Yeah, very well played there by Chris Can't Miss. We thought he was going to go down for the 4th time this game, but he uses the Scatter the Weak to interrupt the channel of the Misfortune ult. And even though Chris Can't Miss doesn't go down, it's going to be a tower and the Rift Herald in exchange here for GSM.
Yeah, Biscuit Titchbit waiting in the mid lane, but Jackal's Lamp rotating over. He's the one has TP, but Biscuit Titchbit does not. Rift Herald gonna get the charge off.
They're
looking for the dive. Here we go. Ikato gonna use the Elastic Slingshot. Oh my goodness, a 3-man knockup! The Shockwave comes in. Chris Can't Miss in trouble going to the backline, but won't be able to take down Worst Monk in time. Jackal's Lamp channels the TP. He's coming in. Seismic gonna get stunned out. Elastic Slingshot missing here, and he's gonna get away with his life with 2 members already. Jackal's Lamp looking for the dive. He's so far deep in there. They're looking for the inhibitor turret. Biscuit Titchbit is here. Heads a really great 2-shot barrage onto 2 members of GSM, but it's not going to be enough. They're going to be forced off of this inhibitor for now, but the Mountain Dragon on the looming horizon for GSM.
Oh my, Ikato is popping off this game. As soon as the tower goes down, he jumps in and gets the 3-man knock up there, the 3-man displacement, and it's what sets up GSM to get this dragon and this inhibitor tower.
And I really like this composition that GSM has drafted for themselves. It's really easy to play in terms of, just have Icano go in, kind of carry the initial part of the fight, and hopefully your carries can do enough damage. But Mount Dragon has been started up. Seismic gonna take the blast cone, but he takes a lot of damage for it. I don't think Icano is here to be able to steal. Bullet time comes up, and wow! Fred takes the dragon with the dissonance as well, and it really sucks for Revenge of the Mosher, honestly. They had that dragon secured almost, but they just couldn't do it.
I mean, after that play, after losing your inhib tower at 22 minutes, your one gleaming area of hope there is that GSM had to reset, and you could have gotten that Mountain Drag, but even then, Fred comes in with, you said, the dissonance and steals it from them. Now it's going to be a 23-minute soul point for GSM.
Yep, so soul point coming up in about 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Revenge of the Mosher is going to be forced to stop them there. Worstmuck now clearing in the mid lane Baron on the eyes of GSM. But if they want to do it, they're going to have to look for another fight. Now Seismic on the side. Here comes Ari Panda, potentially looking for it, walks forward really aggressively here. The call is definitely to look for the fight, but the Baron vision all over the GSM. We can see that, if I can trigger that, there we go. We can see that the map is just completely blind for Revenge of the Mosher, but here comes the Glacial Prison. Ari Panda gonna get caught out for the first part of this fight. They're looking for more. Now Ari Panda already taken down. The Baron vision now going to go over to Revenge of the Mosher if they can do anything about it. Besides moving forward, here comes the Elastic Slingshot. They're looking for the fight right now and just to clear the minions, but the rest of Revenge of the Mosher just backs off. They actually don't get any of the Baron vision, which is super unfortunate for them, even though they had the opportunity to.
Yeah, no, Ari Panda got caught out there. It definitely could have been worse than what Revenge of the Mosher turned it to be. Ikato going in there with the Elastic Slingshot, just clearing the wave there, making sure they couldn't get that mid outer tower, so that was well played by him. But as you said, the Baron vision is still mainly in GSM's favor here. I think they're at the point in the game where they're able to force, especially with their team fight, they can try and force the 5v5 at Baron.
Yeah, GSM, that's definitely their win condition, looking for the 5v5. It's absolutely strong for them, especially if they can get a great Elastic Slingshot into the Shockwave combo. Now, Baron is yet to be started by GSM. They're not pressuring it too hard. They actually send Jackalove's Lamp without TP to the bottom lane. Gonna force iClutch to match him, but iClutch has TP advantage here. Revenge of the Mosher could use this to their advantage to potentially look for a 5v4 around the Baron as Jackalove's Lamp pushes in the wave on the bot side.
Yeah, Jack Love's Lamp, though, also has that ultimate, which can be used to get into the fight easier, but as you said, definitely priority goes over to Revenge of the Mosher there with the teleport on the Urgot.
Now, all members of Revenge of the Mosher are kind of grouping around the top side. They know they have to stay near this Baron right now. Mid wave and top wave being pushed in by GSM, just funneling farm into the side of Revenge of the Mosher, kind of getting them closer towards their power spikes. We can see that Biscuit Titchbit has already completed the Trinity Force as well as the Manamune upgrade. Muramana? Manamune. I don't know which one's which.
It's the Muramana, the completely upgraded one.
Yeah, so he has the Muramana Void Staff, and yeah, interesting second item Void Staff from Fred. I guess that works out. There's not a whole lot of MR actually from the Nami and Sejuani, so hopefully he's trying to get through that with his magic penetration, but not a traditional second item you see from the Orianna actually.
Yeah, for sure. I do want to see a tank cut item after the IE coming in for Worst Monk as well here. If she can just, Misfortune can just cut through the tanks, honestly, like butter, because she's at such a point in the game where she's really strong. Even Orianna as well, she'd be able to shred through the tanks if she was to get the, well, I guess she has a Void Staff, but yeah, definitely strong threats in the Orianna and Misfortune.
And we can see that Ari Panda opted for the Knight's Vow and is now, I think, looking for Locket, I want to say. He just the Legion. It could be the Zeke's Convergent as well, but gonna force the flash from Chris Can't Miss pretty early, and that's gonna be hurting for Revenge of the Mosher later in this fight, especially as this Mountain Dragon spawns in 40 seconds. They're gonna look to get some of this vision control over in the bot side river, and Revenge of the Mosher just gonna have to cede it for now.
Yeah, nobody was even really around Aikata when he jumped in there. It was just a kill threat, though, that made Chris Can't Miss blow his flash there. And as you said, that's such a vital cooldown, especially with the Mountain Dragon being up in 20.
Ooh,
GSM's win.
Yep.
The win conditions to force the 5v5 here, and I mean, blowing summoners like the Flash is definitely going to make it harder than it already was for Revenge of the Mosher.
Yeah, but here comes the engage. Elastic Slingshot lands onto two members of the tanks. They start to disengage here. Watch Fred right now, and a beautiful shockwave already not used, but he's going so low. Has to throw out the shockwave as a saving grace, but Ari Panda goes in. Once again, Biscuit Titchbit gonna get taken down, and this is a really great fight for GSM yet again. But GSM getting chased down. I call the next target. It's a 2 members left for each team, but Revenge of the Mosher coming up big in this fight. Sejuani and Nami already pretty much full health. They're going to start up the Mountain Drake. Fred on the other side of the pit, and he could get picked off if he's not careful.
Yeah, but he could also try. He already stole one with Dissonance, and I mean, at this point, you're just trying to steal the Dragon. Jack Love's Lamp is already back there, too. He burned Teleport, so they may... No, they're not going to try and start it now, but definitely doing a good job of pushing Seismic off the Dragon for the moment.
Yeah, but this is the Dragon Soul for GSM. He's running out of time. He kind of has to force that right there. Even though Jack Love's Lamp was there potentially for the steal, Seismic had the smite available to be able to secure it for himself, and now the rest of GSM is on the way. TP being channeled by Revenge of the Mosher by iClutch, and now he's going in. They're going to secure this Mountain Dragon, hopefully. Yes, they will, and that's going to be their first Dragon of the game.
Yeah, if I'm GSM right now, I'm not going to be panicking too much because they still have the... I think they still have the advantage in the game. It's only one Dragon there for Revenge of the Mosher, so they're still able to win a fight. Fred, on the back end of that fight, actually, getting chunked out there. He was down to, I believe, like 10 or 20 health, honestly, before his his E-Shield came in. So, close call there as well.
Very close call. Now GSM starting to be on the back foot. Gold lead neutralized to about 3k in favor of GSM, which is still pretty great. But Spoon Crush going to get engaged on. Oh my goodness, Tidal Wave not going to be enough, and Spoon Crush going to get picked off. This will surely be the Baron start for GSM, but can Revenge of the Mosher contest?
Yeah, that's a lot of the CC2 coming out. The Nami Bubble, the Nami All. Definitely good for close quarter fights like the Baron Pit.
Biscuit Titchbit walks too far forward and gets caught out. Now 2 members of Revenge of the Mosher not there for this Baron contest. It's going to be really hard for them to be able to stop GSM from taking this Baron.
Yeah, another thing that comes with the mountain map on top of the shielding is just that is the extra terrain that comes with the map there. So GSM utilizing the vision very effectively there, just all hiding behind the wall, I think, and they found the pick on the Biscuit Titchbit.
Yeah, the Baron's going to be started up by GSM. iClutch on the backside. Seismic going to look for the steal, but they don't have vision in the pit yet. iClutch and Chris Can't Miss kind of stopping them for now, but they look for the engage. Icato's on to iClutch. He has nowhere to go. Does not have flash available. He's going to try to run down the members of GSM, but unable to take down Jack Love's Lamp in time. However, Chris Can't Miss finishes off Icano on the backside, so the Baron's going to be thwarted for now by Revenge of the Mosher.
Yeah, Aikata, they're going a bit too deep in my opinion there. I mean, if that was anybody else, sure, but that's the smite over for GSM, so the Baron pressure is definitely relieved for a while. They're still going to fight, though.
Wait, GSM might be throwing right here. Ari Panda going to get picked off. Glacial Prison, that was beautiful on the worst Monk NA. 2-man shockwave as Chris Can't Miss goes golden. They're looking for Fred now. Biscuit Titchbit moves forward. One more will do it, and they take down another member of GSM. Revenge of the Mosher might get the Baron here.
Big shutdowns there coming in for Revenge of the Mosher. There's 700 gold at the end there going on to Biscuit Titchbit from Fred. And as you said, this is the Baron. This is where Revenge of the Mosher gets back into the game.
Revenge of the Mosher starts up the Baron. They're looking to finish it off. Their bot lane is being crashed into by minions. iClutch is not there to be able to secure them the Baron, but it does not matter. It will go down anyway. Kled ultimate being used. They're running out of time. This might be the steal for GSM potentially. Jackalove's Lamp goes in onto Seismic, doing a lot of damage on the Chris can't miss. Gonna use the barrier. Red team takes the Baron Nasher, but Ikado's here, looks for the engage. This could be bad for Revenge of the Mosher. They don't want this right now. Jackalove's Lamp gets taken down. Ikado's stunned up. The rest of GSM on the way, but Ikado's in trouble. He's gonna take a shutdown on the Biscuit Titchbit, and he's popping off right now. Seismic, oh my goodness, iClutch misses the ultimate and hits Ari Panda instead, and things are just gonna be finished for now.
Oh man, this is turning into a clown fiesta. They're still not done though. Ikado wants more. Just a bunch of fighting there near the Baron pit. Spoon Crush is gonna peel himself out for now though. Oh man, after the Baron, everything just turned. They're still going in.
They're still going in. GSM looking for the full fiesta right now. Glacial Prison on the Worst Monk. Gonna use the Mikhails to keep him alive, or the QSS actually. And now Seismic on the backside trying to look for something, trying to save this fight. Ari Panda going low, gonna get taken down. Now Ikado's gonna get out, but Worst Monk has nowhere to go. It's a double kill for the top laner of Revenge of the Mosher.
Yes, now Revenge of the Mosher sporting the 500 gold lead. It looks like they're still waiting there. Are they still going to want to fight some more?
They absolutely are. iClutch goes in onto Ikado here, but doesn't know Fred is in the backside. Flash forward from Fred, going to secure him the shutdown onto iClutch.
And after all that, now the gold is dead even. 33 minutes and 11 seconds in here. So much fighting. 32 kills this game, but for some reason, the gold is still deadlocked.
Wait, Biscuit Titchbit might find the pick here, but Jackalove's Lamp is here. Cell Division goes down. He didn't know that Jackalove's Lamp was there. So unfortunate. He uses the ultimate, secure the kill, and now Biscuit Titchbit not going to be there for the defense. Chris can't miss the only member, I want to say, with the Baron for GSM as well.
Yeah, if you don't see Jackalove's Lamp in one of those side lanes, if he's in the mid lane, he can go anywhere on the map he wants. That ult has so much range, and he's able to...
Oh, yeah, Spoon Crush gonna get engaged onto the Blast Cone, gonna be triggered, but Ikado uses the ultimate on the two members here. It's gonna be 2 picks over to GSM pretty soon, but Chris can't miss, looking for the outplay. He goes golden. Here comes the rest of GSM. He's in the middle of 5 members, can't do anything. A beautiful scatter of the week on the 4 members, but Seismic on the backside looking for the steal now.
Yeah, this is going to be Dragon Soul if Seismic doesn't steal this. Let's see if he can do it. He goes in.
He's trying. He steals it. That's the second Mountain Drake for return of the Revenge of the Mosher. And now he goes in, uses the Glacial Prison to stop Ikado in his tracks. Gonna go down. He's the sacrificial lamb for Revenge of the Mosher and keeps them in this game.
Oh my goodness, Seismic with the clutch steal there. First we saw Fred, now we see Seismic. Dragons aren't able to be secured this game. Revenge of the Mosher keeping themselves alive in terms of Dragon Soul and prolonging the Elder Dragon as well.
He's trying his best right now to keep his team in the game. Revenge of the Mosher now 2k gold down after all that scrappiness. Now, Ikado and the rest of the squad move into the spot lane for the inhibitor. They know that Seismic isn't up for another 20 seconds. Biscuit Titprint, actually Arcane Shifts into the Elastic Slingshot. Gonna get taken down. Now 5 members strong. GSM pushing into the bot lane inhibitor of Revenge of the Mosher. iClutch looking for the fight, but they don't want this quite yet. Fred gets knocked back. Here comes the tidal wave. Not gonna land, but they find Fred. Actually, they're looking for it. iClutch moves back. Ari Panda onto the backline, gonna get taken down. Now Chris can't miss in a bad spot. Uses the barrier. Ikado uses the ultimate as well to try to take down Chris can't miss, and he might just be able to do it. Ikado's on the killing spree. Shockwave on the 2 members. iClutch finds a double kill. Now Seismic, Spoon Crush, and oh my goodness, Revenge of the Mosher finds a big team fight.
Oh my goodness. iClutch now being such a presence. Urgot has entered the late game. He's 8-6 now. So much tank stats, so much damage. It honestly looks like a game of TFT with so much fighting going on.
Absolutely. Now iClutch moving into the mid lane to try to push this one down. Orsmunk gonna try to run him down with the help of Fred, but I don't know if he can do this. The rest of Revenge of the Mosher kind of playing it cool for now, not getting too hypey. As Baron spawns in about minute 30. This will be the pivotal point as the game looks to go to its end. So this is gonna be pretty interesting for Revenge of the Mosher. If they can secure this Baron, they might just be able to take this win.
Yes, they've been winning a lot of the most recent fights. As I said, Urgot's definitely online now, and Biscuit Titchbit just doing so much damage in the back, poking as well. Even though he got caught out that fight, and I'm pretty sure he died in the early stages, and even still, Revenge of the Mosher was still able to win. So it's the opportunity is definitely there if they get the best team fight they can. It's definitely able to go in ROTM's favor.
Yeah, ROTM looking to clutch out this win on the back of iClutch, who has a ton of healing. Now being cut down by some of the Executioners calling passive by Jack Loves Lamp. He actually picks that up, which is pretty interesting. Pick up this late in the game. I guess if you really want to stop the Urgot damage, you recognize that he's a problem, you kind of have to prevent this. Now Baron spawning in about 30 seconds. GSM and ROTM now moving in. It's going to be a pretty close game.
In case you couldn't tell, we're definitely going to see another fight here. As you said, the Baron coming up in 15 seconds. Team's already posturing over there. Both top laners have teleport as well, so you know that they're both going to be going for the big fight.
Yeah, Jackal's Lamp actually going to get it back. We'll see what he ends up picking up. He's going to get the Stairs Gauge here. A big power spike for the Kled in this last fight. Now, iClutch moving in. 4 items strong, picking up the BF sword as well. He's going to grab that first turret and pin Jack Loves Lamp there for now. Baron has already spawned GSM moving in. The mid lane wave going to be cleared out by Biscuit Titchbit as GSM clears out the topside River Vision. This game is just so close right now. Any wrong move could cost their team the game.
Yes, definitely. Both teams have the opportunity to win, so one mistake or one clutch ultimate from Fred can set up the Leona ult, can set up the Misfortune ult, so the Wombo's definitely there for GSM.
Yeah, Seismic not going to get caught out in the pit. GSM moving as a unit to stop this right here. The Mountain Dragon actually spawning in 45 seconds. They could potentially stall, and GSM could force Revenge of the Mosher to split themselves here, potentially going for the Dragon or the Baron. It's not going to be Soul for Revenge of the Mosher, but it's just the 3-stack. The 18% bonus armor and magic resistance percentages is just so strong. So they're going to opt to actually start getting vision control over the Dragon right now, but Ikato actually starting up the Baron. They're in trouble. Fred taking a lot of damage, but here we go. They don't know that they're here right now. Yeah, they're just on the bot side. Worst Monk and Ikato actually just taking this one all by themselves. Baron going fairly low as well. This is going to be pretty close. They don't know they're there yet. Oh my goodness, no! Revenge of the Mosher! Where'd all your vision go?
Yeah, no, I think they're going to trade it for the Mountain Drake here. It's definitely not the Soul. They're not starting up the Dragon, though. I think they think the GSM's still hanging around. I think seeing the... Oh man, they didn't start it up, and now comes Kled.
Yeah, here comes the Kled ultimate. iClutch being forced back already, not doing enough to be able to heal himself. Seismic in the front line, gonna take a full bullet time, forced to flash away. Glacial Person comes out onto Fred, but GSM winning the earlier parts of this fight. Revenge of the Mosher now looking for the re-engage, but Seismic might take a lot of damage here. He's near the side, gonna have to dash away. Now 5 members still here for both teams. iClutch has the TP, he comes back into the fight. He could have used that for a great flank, but Ops to just use it pretty early instead. Mountain Dragon started up by Revenge of the Mosher. This could be it right here. GSM, if they win this fight, they can push for the end. Now TP coming in. Red team is gonna take down the Dragon. That's gonna be the 3rd Dragon of the game for Revenge of the Mosher. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going Elder.
Yes, definitely. It's gonna be the 7 Dragon game here with the I believe it's going to be the 7 Dragon.
Yeah,
game
I mean,
here.
like, next one's going to be Mountain Dragon, potentially.
Yeah.
No, I spoke too soon. I'm predicting there will be an Elder. Just because both these teams not really looking to end. Neither team winning the team fights too hard, and actually being able to force. So Mountain Dragon into Elder is definitely my predict. One's going to go pretty late.
Yeah, definitely as well. Revenge of the Mosher doing a good job there. Even though GSM got the Baron, they were able to secure the Mountain Dragon and get out without anyone dying. And so it's just about a minute off the clock or so where GSM doesn't get to force the waves with the Baron buff as well. So it's not going to be used as effectively as they could have from the side of GSM.
Yeah, so now Baron timing out for GSM. They're going to try to run it into the bot lane inhibitor. Jackal's Lamp has the ultimate up. Every member has their ultimate up. Only flash down from iClutch and Seismic and Ari Panda for now. We have to watch those cooldowns and watch those champions as we move into this fight right now. GSM not really playing too aggressively onto this inhibitor. They know they can't do it necessarily, so they're playing pretty darn safe. They're waiting for the minion waves to crash in. Once again, this bot lane wave is coming up pretty slowly. They're not speeding up with the Baron buff. This is going to be so close, Brady.
Yes, definitely the Baron minions pushing into the inhib, but they've got so much wave clear. They're going in now with the Oriole.
Oh, it all misses, but can GSM clutch it anyway? Jackal's Lamp all the way in the backside. Biscuit Titchbit starting to be forced back. Goes back to the fountain to heal up. Chris Can't Miss goes low as well. Jackal's Lamp gonna get taken down with the Glacial Prison. They're starting to move forward. Righteous Glory right here. They're looking for Fred. They're looking for Ari Panda. Here comes the Seismic to slow down Ikato. Doesn't have the Elastic Slingshot. Gonna be stopped and stunned up. Bullet Time gonna be channeled by Worst Monk, but not hitting anybody. Cell Division pop. Ikato gonna get taken down. Now that's two members of GSM all the way gone, but the bot lane inhibitor has been traded for their lives.
Yeah, no, definitely another good fight here coming up from Revenge of the Mosher. It's not like it's an ace or anything, but even a 2-for-0 gives them the power to do so much on the map. The Baron pretty much not doing anything on their Baron power play besides getting that bottom inhibitor, which they danced around for so long. It's going to be the play now onto the mid-inner tower, and so much map pressure going back over to Revenge of the Mosher.
Yeah, Revenge of the Mosher. Oh my goodness, a 3-man shockwave! Here comes the solar flare! Not enough follow-up from GSM to clutch this one out, but they're going to force Revenge of the Mosher off of this tower.
Yes, another thing that's going to be interesting to look at as well, we may see another Baron for Soul trade here. Baron coming up in 2 minutes 10 seconds, and the Mountain Soul coming up 15 seconds before that. So I don't know which one either team's going to elect to take, but I think we're going to see the two Dragon Baron trade.
Yeah, the Mountain Dragon spawning just 15 seconds before the Baron will allow one team to actually take the Mountain Dragon before the Baron even spawns. Now, so I expect both teams to kind of posture around this Mountain Dragon a minute 30 until that one spawns, but things are definitely slowing down as everybody completes their last items.
Yeah, I guess if you're on the side of GSM as well, you have that Kled ultimate, and so going from Dragon to Baron or Baron to Dragon is going to be so much easier. GSM now getting the vision set up for that Dragon a minute and 10 seconds before it spawns, but they want to be sure they're prepared.
So now Ikato and the rest of GSM moving to the top side of the map. Actually, this is pretty interesting. Neither team getting the vision set up for the Dragon. This is going to be pretty pivotal as neither team might have vision for this next fight. Maybe. GSM kind of has the move right now as they are pushing in the mid wave. Going to get that mid priority. Kind of secure that bot river vision as a 5-man squad. If any member of Revenge of the Mosher steps up to try to get vision, it will be pretty... it will be a disaster for them if they get picked off right here. They've completely taken back this game, only a 1 or even just a 700 gold lead in favor of GSM when they were so far down. But iClutch might get caught out here. He's gonna dash away. That was pretty dangerous. Side lane's pushing in for GSM right now.
Yeah, I would love to see a gold graph of this game, honestly, because it's gone back and forth, and Revenge of the Mosher holding a 3k gold lead at one point as well. Dragon's up in 8 seconds, so we're going to see another fight.
Yeah, both teams moving in right now. Vision control definitely goes over to GSM for now. Ari Panda actually going to clear out some more of Revenge of the Mosher's wards. Mid lane and top lane being pushed in, but here comes the engaged Righteous Glory being popped. Elastic Slingshot on the backside. He's going to use the bouncing ultimate and get onto the back line. MF ultimate has been channeled. Chris Can't Miss now goes golden. Ikato gets taken down first. Jack Loves Lamp the next target, and now Ari Panda getting taken down as well. This is a disaster for GSM. Only the carries are up right now, and the Mountain Soul is gonna go over to Revenge of the Mosher.
Yes, Biscuit Titchbit, they're nearly untouched in the back line there. They focused all their attention, all their cooldowns onto Chris Can't Miss, and he just goes golden. delays and allows Biscuit Titchbit to do so much damage. Not only is that going to be the Mountain Soul, but with Aikado weapon 35, I think this is going to be the Baron as well.
And Revenge of the Mosher definitely has the potential to win out this game right now. They have the Mountain Soul. They're so tanky. They have the unkillable tanks in the front line. They're gonna pick up the Baron. But Fred looking for the contest potentially. He's in the area. Spotted out on a ward for now. We can see if he's gonna land a beautiful shockwave. But now Biscuit. Oh my goodness! He finds the shutdown! But the Baron still goes over to Revenge of the Mosher. Now Biscuit Titchbit gonna be up in 55 seconds. This is the window for GSM to try to find something right now.
Yeah, the super minions are going to do a bit to that top lane, but they're going to be back, or the bot lane, sorry, but they're going to be back in time to make sure that nothing really happens there. Fred making the best out of a bad situation there, landing the shockwave, doing so much damage to Biscuit Titchbit. So, I mean, I guess that's your consolation prize if you're GSM, but overall, the last few minutes have definitely been great for Revenge of the Mosher.
And now Revenge of the Mosher holding a gold lead for the second time this game, I want to say. It was after the first Baron, and then after the second Baron. So Baron's doing really well for Revenge of the Mosher. iClutch going to move into the bot lane. They know that nobody can really stop him. He's so strong right now after having even the GA pickup for himself. He's full build right now, and that's one scary Urgot.
I know, even with Revenge of the Mosher having the gold lead here, I definitely hope we get to see an Elder Dragon fight here. You know, GSM lanes a steal, and all of a sudden they're back in it, and they have so much power in team fights. So if GSM's able to stall it out for Elder Dragon, I think they have a chance at coming back here.
Yeah, this could come down to just one more team fight around the Elder Dragon in 4 minutes, but will we wait that long? We'll have to see. Now, Revenge of the Mosher pushing in the top lane and the bot lane right now. The rest of GSM looking for a pick potentially onto iClutch, who has the flash available to try to get away, but knowing not to play too aggressive. Here comes the Kled ultimate. 4 ultimates possibly going to be used on the iClutch. Yes, the GA going to buy a lot of time, but he just gets picked off ultimately. Revenge of the Mosher pushing in the top side. GA's pop, he's going to get taken down, and the rest of GSM now looking in the back and stop right here. Oh my goodness! A beautiful shockwave on the 3 members of Revenge of the Mosher. Gonna take down Biscuit Titchbit and force them off of the tower.
Yeah, Biscuit Titchbit falls there, and that's a lot of their siege right there. So if they wanted to try to do something in the top lane, they can't anymore. Fred has been on point with these shockwaves. He's stolen a dragon. He's landed about 2 or 3 massive shockwaves now that have thwarted GSM's plans.
Yeah, Fred definitely the saving grace of GSM this game. But Aikado looking for the pick onto Seismic. Not gonna hit the Q for now. Baron minion's gonna stop him. Now, they're going to be forced back into this inhibitor tower, but they have the Baron to be able to stop the push just a little bit. They're going to be able to clear out the wave with the help of Chris Can't Miss. 20-second death timers on both iClutch and Biscuit Titchbit, but Jackal's Lamp already onto the bottom lane inhibitor. They can't stop him. Jackal's Lamp going to force this one and actually split Revenge of the Mosher for now. Now they're pushing in the mid lane. They don't have enough wave clear. Chris Can't Miss was not there. They take down the inhibitor turret. Spoon Crush getting engaged onto. Now the bear trap on a rope, going to pull him back, but they're not going to look for the engage from now. 2 inhibitors already going over the GSM after Revenge of the Mosher still has the gold lead.
Yeah, no, given the state that the game is currently in, that's going to be huge for GSM. The double inhibs mean the double super minions crashing into the base. So GSM can't really do much top lane with those waves, but it looks like Seismic's going to go in.
Yeah, he finds a stun on the Fred. Beautiful tidal wave going to go in. He flashes forward looking for more. Spoon Crush and a beautiful shockwave yet again on the 3 members. Fred, you're absolutely insane. GSM turns the fight around. They're looking for iClutch now. Jackal's Lamp going to get taken down, as well as Ari Panda. Seismic on the back side. Worstmont gonna get taken down, but Revenge of the Mosher running wild. Aikado and Fred still up to be able to contest this one. TP goes on to the top lane inhibitor. Now iClutch looking to finish off the inhibitor tower and potentially in the inhibitor. Fred is here to stop him. Gonna clear off the minion wave. Biscuit Titchbit is pushing in the mid lane, as well as Seismic tries to chase down Aikado, who's full health right now. I don't understand. What is this fiesta? Why are you looking for the kill? It's a full tank Zac!
Oh man, even with that Fred Shockwave, the fight still goes over to Revenge of the Mosher there. 3-2 for them. But I mean, if GSM does win, you know where my player of the game vote's going.
Yeah, absolutely. We have to give props to Aikato as well, who's finding these beautiful engages each fight onto the backline. He's really hard to kill, but he might get picked off right here. He jumps forward, Biscuit Titchbit chasing just a little bit. Now we've made it into Elder Dragon territory. It's going to be 45 seconds until this Elder Dragon. This game is just so close right now. A 1.5k gold lead in favor of Revenge of the Mosher, but this could all come down to this last fight right here. Whoever gets the Elder Dragon might just be able to use that to win the fight and win the game.
One smite's gonna be all it takes, and in the day where we've had, I believe, 2 major objective steals now, it's definitely, honestly, a 50-50 at this point, unless some team can win a fight beforehand. Even the Baron coming up in 55 minutes, that may even be an afterthought if one team takes Elder and ends the game. It looks like GSM's got vision control for now.
Yeah, the Scuttle going to be picked up by Revenge of the Mosher. They're not going to be able to clear that one away, so they will have that vision, but the Mountain Rift gonna block some of that vision. Actually, the Scuttle not gonna be able to spot that out, but they have a ward on the inside the pit. Clyde ultimate being channeled. They're looking for Chris Can't Miss, and they're gonna find him. Chris Can't Miss goes golden, but nobody on his team is there to support him. It's a 4v5 right now. Bullet time on to 4 members. Seismic on the backside. There's a jump in. Here is the Shockwave. He's holding it. Finds just one on the eye clutch, but it might be enough to win them the fight. Aikato goes back in, and Seismic getting taken low now. He's very tanky, but might not be tanky enough. Worst Monk NA takes him down. Jackalo's Lamb remounts on the backside, and just Spoon Crush is left.
Game.
They didn't need the Elder. They didn't need anything. They find the pick on the Chris Can't Miss, and they're pushing forward for the end.
Yes, the super minions from the 2 inhibitors pushing in there. GSM pick up the near ace, but I don't think that Navi's going to defend it. 52.5 minutes in our match of the week. We finally see it going over to GSM.
Yeah, GSM in an absolute slobber knocker against Revenge of the Mosher. They very much earned their win today in the match of the week, moving themselves to 2-2 in the standings, as well as getting the head-to-head over Revenge of the Mosher. But that was such an action-packed game, Brady.
You even look at the gold, especially after GSM near aces them at the end of the game. Revenge, or they're only up by 800 gold at the end of it there. Just a testament to how close the game was. 57 kills in 52 minutes. Definitely worthy of being our match of the week.
Definitely worthy of being our match of the week, and actually just separates GSM just a little bit from that 9-point cluster in the middle of the standings as well. So props to them for sure. But before we sign off for the day, we gotta finish our tier list. So we went up to B tier. Let's summarize real quick. So D tier, we had Oklahomies, Get Money Boys, S Team, and White Knights. I rated Oklahomies just a little bit above the rest, but they still definitely belong in the D tier. In the C tier, we had Revenge of the Mosher, Return of the Middlesticks, Divine Ascension, and Vision Gang, as well as Sam's Kids. Now, after seeing that performance from Revenge of the Mosher, do you still place them in C tier?
Honestly, I don't think so. That clump of 4 teams all at 9 points, I think the 2 that are going to be on top are GSM and Revenge of the Mosher. Even though they weren't able to close this game out, there were still points where they controlled the gold and they controlled the game. So even though they don't pick up the W, still very, very close, and I think a better showing than Kings of Baron or Return of the Middlesticks could have put up.
Yeah, so now we're going to move up Revenge of the Mosher to the B tier after seeing that game. It's a little bit of cheating from us, but we call the shots here, so it doesn't matter. So we can see that Return of the Middlesticks and was it Kings of Baron? No, Kings of Baron. So in the B tier, we had Gecko Slammer, Armageddon, Kings of Baron. Now Revenge of the Mosher, as well as Clappin' Patty Cake.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Coming down to the stretch, especially in Group A, it's going to be awesome to see how the playoff race turns out. See if any of those teams can challenge Goliath Esports for that 3rd spot.
Yeah, and we have to talk about our A-tier teams now, and definitely that's where Goliath Esports belongs, kind of separating themselves from the competition just a little bit, not in that 9-point kind of cluster in the middle, but Goliath Esports just a little bit ahead of the rest now, sitting in that 3rd spot, really strong showing from them so far in the GRLCS, and nobody really saw them coming this far, or at least even contesting for playoffs that much, because it's a team of just not well-known quantities in the GRLCS, but they definitely made a name for themselves.
Yeah, Goliath Esports as a whole is a new franchise coming into the league, having teams all in gold, plat, and diamond. I don't think their gold and diamond teams are doing that well right now, but definitely at the beginning of the year, nobody really saw either of the three teams doing really well. So to see them up in our A tier is definitely a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, let's talk about some of their roster right now, just because we're at the A tier right now. We can kind of highlight these teams just a little bit more. Now, the only two names I recognize on this roster are Bricks and Ethereum. They have Kurov and Twitch.tv/BrolyBro and Kimchi for You as well. I'm pretty sure Kimchi for You has played GRLCS in the past as well.
I think he has,
Yeah.
yes. As you said, Ethereum and Bricks, definitely some returning faces to give some competitive experience to Kurath and Broly Bro. I think it's a well-rounded roster, though.
Yeah, it's definitely a well-rounded roster. I didn't expect their bot lane to be performing so well. Ethereum and Bricks, not really. I think that's their bot lane. I want to say that's their bot lane. I haven't watched any of their games, but Ethereum and Bricks, I think that's their bot lane. I didn't expect them to do super well. I just don't rate them those two super highly as players. I know Bricks has played Diamond Cap in the past and actually won Diamond Division under a different name of the Buck Nasty on Sky Zero, because I believe this is the player I've coached before. I want to say that's the same Bricks, as he changed his name and kind of decayed down to Platinum, and now he's doing pretty well in the Platinum Division.
Yes, definitely here. I think it's time we move on to our S tier teams, though. Looking at Group B, a lot of Group B is top heavy. The top four teams both are all with double-digit points here, 15, 15, 15, and 12 here.
Yeah, honestly, me personally, I'm on Pigs Might Fly. I don't rate us S tier right now. I rate us definitely A tier. I want to bring us down just a little bit so we don't disappoint our fans as as GSM has earlier in the split. So I want to say Pigs Might Fly on the A tier. We have definitely a strong roster. One of the strongest bot lanes in the league with X Craze and Mark Hames in the bot lane, and some really strong topside players. The meta's definitely shifting into our favor as well. So potentially we could make a deep run into playoffs, but definitely for now, before we even face Final Boss or Clap and Patty Cake, let's say we're A tier, not S tier.
Yeah, definitely. It's getting really tight there in Group B. I'm going to ask you if you think there's going to be one team that won't make it from Group B out of the top four. Which team do you think is it going to be?
All right, so out of the top four, we have Sensei Squad, Final Boss, Pigs Might Fly, and Clap and Patty Cake. Honestly, Clap and Patty Cake got 2-0'd by Sensei Squad. Pigs Might Fly got 2-1 by Sensei Squad. I mean, Pigs Might Fly probably will be Clap and Patty Cake. I mean, I'll just say it right now. This is a spoiler for Week 9 of the GRLCS. Pigs Might Fly is going to smash Clap and Patty Cake, okay? I don't rate any of these players highly. I'm going to trash talk right here on stream. If they're watching, they can try to trash talk back, but I have the mic right now, and I don't think they're great players at all. I think they've beaten all the other lower tier teams, and now they're trying to trash talk and plat chat. Like, what's going on right now? They haven't beaten anybody above them in the standings, or even with them in the standings, so they definitely don't deserve to be put on the pedestal that they've put themselves on. So I think that they will miss playoffs, and the top three from Group B are going to be Sensei Squad, Final Boss, and Pigs Might Fly.
Yeah, you heard it here first. Mark Hames saying that Clap and Patty Cake doesn't have a shot against Pigs Might Fly, and I think he's insinuating that it's going to be all support difference. So definitely looking forward to that matchup there.
Yeah, but in the A tier, Pigs Might Fly, Goliath Esports Lions, and rounding out at S tier, we have Cosmic Flow, Pootie Tang Gang, Sensei Squad, and Final Boss. Do you agree with this? Or I feel like the only one we can contest is Final Boss. Do they belong in A tier or S tier?
I mean, yeah, we're going to need to see some more results coming out, but I do think that if there's one team that sits on the fence between A and S tier, it's going to be Final Boss. I'm not sure where to put them now. I haven't seen much of them, but I mean, the standings don't lie. I think if they're up there right now, I think they determine their fate, honestly.
Yeah, I absolutely believe they determine their fate. They have some really strong players, especially with who plays on their roster. It's not Dylan Rue. He changed his name to Seishi, but I rate him really highly as a player. Midnight Slushy, one of probably the best mid laners in our league, rates him really highly, so I rate him really highly. He's just a really excellent mid laner. Was the only one who really gave Midnight Slushy a challenge and passed Platinum Division splits, and this team actually moved down from Diamond Division to compete in our Platinum Division, and they're definitely showing up. I don't know if they've lost a single game, but they're gonna play the undefeated Sensei squad in the future, so we will definitely have a match of the week coming up if Sensei squad can turn in their post-match forms.
Yeah, I think that Sensei Squad does have the opportunity maybe to go 9-0 here. If we're going to see a 9-0 team, I think it's going to be Sensei Squad, honestly. From Group B, Cosmic Flow, I think definitely has the chance to do it in Group A as well. So if I'm going to say there's a number one from each group in the power rankings, the standings don't lie. It's Cosmic Flow and Sensei Squad.
Yeah, and when do Cosmic Flow play Pootie Tangang? Have they already played? No, they play in week 9 actually. So Pootie Tangang is the other S tier team in my opinion. I think the standings on the Battlefy site don't indicate them as higher than Cosmic Flow because they had a bye. Cosmic Flow hasn't had their bye yet. So Pootie Tangang definitely I think is the best team in the GRLCS. I rate them like S+ tier really. I think their macros insane. They've 2-0'd pretty much every single game, while Cosmic Flow has gone 2-1 in some matches as well. Pootie Tangang, which some really great players, Farjad, Exizai, Dirty Audacity, Dr. Siggy Wiggy, all of these are top players in their roles, and they're really showing up. All of these, like a lot of the players as well in the Platinum Division are kind of just like straight Platinum, but a lot of these players on Pootie Tangang are like high Platinum, low Diamond. So I definitely rate them a little bit higher than all the other teams just in terms of just individual gameplay, but their team play is there and on point as well.
Yeah, for story's sake, I do hope that Cosmic Flow and Pootie Tangang both make it to Week 9 undefeated, just so we can see that match of the week, Week 9, coming out of Group A, especially when Group B was touted to be one of the best groups, or the best group by far.
Yeah,
in the league.
I mean, I personally, as someone in Group B, I was like, oh, thank God they put me in Group B. Thank you, RNG, base gods. I make it out Group B for sure. If I was in Group A, I'd be pretty scared, honestly. Between Cosmic Flow, Pootie Tangang, I'd mark those off as for sure losses, as Pigs Might Fly as an A tier team. So it's going to be pretty tough for anybody to really upset these teams, in my opinion. Cosmic Flow and Pootie Tangang just having unbelievable splits so far, and definitely favorites to win the split alongside Sensei Squad Platinum. But that's gonna round out our tier list for the night and round out our broadcast for the night as well. So let's just do a quick recap. S tier, Cosmic Flow, Pootie Tangang, Sensei Squad, Final Boss, A tier, Goliath Esports Lions and Pigs Might Fly. B tier, Gecko Slammer Armageddon, Kings of Baron, Revenge of the Mosher, as well as Clap and Patty Cake. And then C tier, gonna be Return of the Middlesticks, and Vision Gang, Divine Ascension, and Sam's Kids. And in the D tier, gonna be Oklahomies, Get Money Boys, S Team, and White Knights. Do you agree with this, Brady? Is there anywhere you would disagree with?
Yeah, I agree 100% with your Platinum Power Rankings. You know much more than I do because you're in the league, and
I'm in the league, it's true.
I honestly don't keep up that much with Platinum Cap. But I do think, as you said, Oklahoma is a step above the D tier teams, maybe even hovering on C tier, I'd say. Yeah. But I don't think at the end of the day that really matters given the playoff picture in Group B.
Yeah, it's going to be really difficult in terms of the bottom standings to kind of just make that playoffs run. But maybe one of the teams can do the miracle run right now. I don't know about some of the schedules for the other teams. I personally only look at my own schedule. I know that Clap and Patty Cake is yet to play Final Boss, though, for sure. But we'll sign off for tonight. This has been Platinum Match of the Week, and it has been Match of the Week as GSM took down Revenge of the Mosher in a 52-minute game. It was like 52 kills or something. We went to the Elder Dragon. We got two Barons and the third one spawning pretty soon. No, I think it was three Barons and the fourth one spawning. I don't know. It was just a complete mess of the game, but GSM ended up taking that one. Moves himself to 2-2 in the standings as Revenge of the Mosher moves to 2-3. This has been Darren Markheim's win here with Brady B. Potts Potter, and this has been a very exciting game of the week. We'll see you tomorrow for our Diamond Division Blessed Isles Conference cast, and it's going to be week 5 for that one as well. So we're moving past the halfway point for our GRLCS league, and we are very excited to see what the rest of the league holds in store for us. We'll see you tomorrow.